Hey everyone, so this is a very quick preface intro to the video that you are about to watch. I've actually already edited this video and rewatched it and watched it again and watched it again, and I felt like there are a couple things that I wanted to address with you before you actually start to watch this video. I'm making this video because of a few different things that have been occurring on my channel or around my channel in the past month or so. There's been a lot of new commenters and viewers who assume they know exactly what I identify as, and I think that it's only fair that I be upfront with how I view certain labels and terminology, so that's where this video is coming from. And as far as it goes with feminism in general, for me, I just personally have always felt that there's like this weird pressure on women from other women to be a feminist. Like, for me as a woman, I feel like I'm being shamed into being a feminist. I don't like feeling like as a woman, if I'm not a feminist, I am like anti my gender. Like, I don't think that's fair. So that's sort of the idea that I want you to keep in the back of your mind while you're watching this video. I just don't want to be misconstrued as someone who's anti-women or anti my gender. That's not what this video is about. So enjoy the video, and I hope that this preface has kind of helped you to maybe understand where I'm coming from. Okay, it would start raining, like right when I went to film this video. Cool. I thought long and hard about if I should make this video or not. I don't participate in feminist / anti-feminist conversations and the community for a reason on the internet or in life, and that's because I don't identify with either of those terms. I think the reality of what a feminist is today is not what the idea behind the terminology was meant to represent, and ultimately it's been warped and turned into something negative whether we like it or not. So let's just go through a quick history lesson, and this is for everyone to learn something you might not know. First wave feminism did a lot for women. It focused on a lot of issues surrounding women at that time, in particular, a woman's right to vote. This is definitely something that I can get behind and appreciate, since now I have the right to vote, thanks to women who worked to make this a reality for future generations. If I had lived in the 60s and 70s, I would have also supported second wave feminism. Back then, a woman was expected to follow one path. Get married in your late teens or early 20s, start a family as soon as you possibly can, and then devote the rest of your life to being a mother and a homemaker. Jobs for women in this time period were mostly limited to teacher or nurse or secretary. Basically, the percentage of women in the professional workforce was extremely low. Only 6% were doctors, 3% were lawyers, and less than 1% held engineering jobs. Pay was lower than men's, and they were usually denied opportunities to advance since the employers just assumed that they would get pregnant and quit anyway. One of the main goals of second wave feminism was to get rid of workplace inequality. I can appreciate the efforts that they made now, especially as a woman working in a company that offers raises and growth potential for all. So if I were alive during those times with the same head on my shoulders as I have right now, I would have absolutely identified as a feminist. Third wave feminism is where you start to lose me. Challenging ideologies or words that oppress women, or words that are meant to describe things with labels that are either masculine or feminine but not equal. I won't even touch fourth wave feminism. I don't agree with a lot of things that I hear from people on both sides, because I feel like the response to fourth wave feminism was the creation of these anti-feminists who now attack anyone who remotely sounds like they have a feministic opinion. I won't sit here and tell you that I'm an expert on the history of feminism or feminism in general, nor will I say that my opinions are correct. In fact, I'm sure I'm wrong about something, and I'm not gonna get defensive about it. I'm only human. There's a skeleton inside of my body just like there's a skeleton inside of yours. I grew up in a house full of 3 younger brothers, and as the oldest sibling and only girl, I formed most of the opinions that I have today based off of my life experiences. I never had an issue with getting Barbies or Beanie Babies for Christmas while my brothers got Connects and Hot Wheels, because my parents didn't raise me to think that certain toys were off limits. Toys were toys, and at the end of the day, my brothers and I put everything in one pile and played with it all. And by next Christmas, I had some pink Hot Wheels waiting for me under the tree too. My parents treated us all equally. In fact, there's very few circumstances that I can remember being separated for being a woman. Examples being when I got my period for the first time, and when I wanted to learn how to shave my legs because I decided that I wanted to shave my legs. My personal opinion on third and fourth wave feminism is that it's kind of nitpicky and unnecessary. I don't see the point in breaking down a video game to discuss how a character is being victimized as a damsel in distress in a scantily clad outfit. I don't understand criticizing a movie for using a costume that's a bit revealing, but then simultaneously commending the woman who wore the costume because it empowers her. Or on the reverse, defending a costume that's comic book accurate and then giving the actress shit who's chosen to portray that character because she's giving in to the patriarchy. I don't like websites that are specifically made to demean women by using comments like "go back to the kitchen" or "you're a woman, your opinion doesn't matter." Those sites aren't cute and they're not doing any good for anybody. If you want to use feminine words, use them. If you want to use masculine words, use them. If you want to use gender neutral words, use them. Everyone deserves the right to have their opinions and to feel comfortable, but it goes too far if it starts an argument meant to make an issue out of someone else's opinion just for the sake of arguing. There are ways to get your feelings across without making other people feel inferior or demeaning them or making them uncomfortable. If I'm walking into an establishment and there's someone ahead of me and they hold the door for me, awesome, thank you. If they don't hold the door, oh well, maybe they just didn't notice me or maybe they're unkind. But I would never jump to a radical statement in either situation like, "Don't hold the door for me, I can do it for myself, you sexist." It's just like sometimes I hold the door for people and sometimes I don't. I like being kind to everybody just for the sake of being kind, but sometimes I forget, just like everybody else, and sometimes I don't hold the door. Hold the door. Hold the door. Hold door. Hold door. Hold door. Hold door. Hold door. And you know, I like to feel confident and self-sufficient, but sometimes I also like to hold my boyfriend's hand and feel comforted. I can appreciate actual comments, but I don't like being catcalled or followed. I can acknowledge that there are still real problems facing women in the world today, but I can also acknowledge that there are problems facing men as well. A lot of issues face people who identify as trans, gay, as well as different races, ethnicities, and religions. There are plenty of issues to go around, and ultimately, no matter what, I support equal rights for everybody. I enjoy content sometimes deemed feminist content. I also enjoy content that's sometimes deemed not feminist. So no, I don't call myself a feminist, and I don't call myself an anti-feminist. I'm just a human fucking being who wants everyone to be treated with decency and respect. Thanks for watching, you guys. I just felt the need to clarify this, especially due to more recent situations that have been arising. Normally, I don't feel the need to share any of my personal opinions like this with the internet, just because I know that people have such strong opinions on the subject, but I felt like it would be good to clarify my position on some things, so yeah. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in a few days with another video. Don't know why that became a song. Peace out, everybody.